To answer the question on does development size matter, 99 over freehold, I shortlisted 10 properties because that's the sort of the max I can put into the HProp compare projects function. I know. So I've picked out several condos. I decided to pick up the larger ones for illustration. This particular illustration, right? The purpose of this slide is to show you, I bring your attention to the extreme right-hand column, which is the maximum PSF. So this is the high water mark for developments in River Valley. We have seen, right, 1996 Mirage Tower. So 1996 today is going to be 1996, over 20 years old already, creeping towards 30 years old already. They have hit 2,200 PSF before, right? Aspen Heights, 1998, right? About 25 years, 2,243 PSF. Rivergate, Martin Place, 10 years old, 2,800 PSF, 2,600 PSF, right? Martin Modern, the most recent one, hitting 3,300 PSF. So what do I take away from here? In the current climate where the undersupply in the OCR and RCR have pushed prices up to, we have the upcoming Irwell Residences at 2,100 PSF. We have Live at MB coming in 2,300, 2,400 PSF. But all those PSFs are setting new benchmark prices, prices that have never been seen before in those areas. But on the other hand, over here in the CCR, over here in River Valley, we are seeing prices that have already been set before, albeit a couple of years ago. And today, the market has yet to hit back that price, or just barely touching the previous high water mark. So it really depends on the individual, you yourself. Where do you see the value lying? Yeah? How do you understand value? How do you evaluate value? Are you the ones that want to be the first mover into a new launch in a new area at the new benchmark prices? Are you comfortable with that style of investment? Or are you one that prefers to, go into an area that has previously set the price before? Today we are just slowly nudging back to the prices, right? Why is this happening? You can check out my CCR comeback video to talk about why is it happening, right? Today we want to look at the more nitty-gritty stuff. Next up, to answer the question on does development size matter, 99 over freehold, I shortlisted 10 properties because that's the sort of the max I can put into the HProp compare projects function. I know this is very, very tiny. Let me go to HProp so that we can zoom in and play around a little more. Ta-da! Okay, so I've picked a variety of projects, right? I started with picking the 5 biggest one over there. We have River Place, Aspen Heights, Martin Place, Mirage Towers, Martin Modern, Rivergate, and I picked some of the slightly smaller ones. I didn't go with the single-digit number of units one. I chose for those slightly less than 100 units because those at least still considered boutique developments, but not like apartments. Okay, so over here we have the Quayside, the morning side. I don't know why both sides. Up at Robertson Quay. So those also happen to be River Place as well, right? All of which happen to be 99-year developments. So what's the interesting takeaway over here? So first thing, right, you want to see which ones do better. So we are going to sort out by the annualized percentage capital gains over here. based on the highest number. So we see the best performing one based on this particular parameter, and this is also based on the last 24 months transactions, right? So just want to caveat and to make the scope correct so that we are all on the same page. Rivergate being the top performing one, Martin Modern at 99 years ranked number 2, right? Martin Modern with an average PSF of $300. Over here, $300 more than Rivergate, $700 more than Mirage Towers, almost $1,000 more than Aspen Heights, performing second, right, with 4.3% annualized gains for all the transactions in the last 24 months. Okay. We have surprisingly the Quayside. So based on this, what does it tell me? Does 99 or freehold matter? Based on how the performance have done? Not so much. Okay, because we see Martin Modern and the Quayside outperforming our friends over at Aspen and Martin Place. Yeah, but of course we also have two that didn't really do quite so well. So of course it doesn't simply mean all 99-year developments will beat out, right? So the conclusion is it's not very conclusive. You can't. It's not a given on which is which. But I'm going to dive deeper into Martin Modern and Quayside, so for us to sort of pick out why they have outperformed some of the larger freehold developments in that area, so that you can then utilize some of those points, and if you are looking at the other developments in that area, see if it matches up with these takeaways. Okay, now let's jump into that. So first of all, right, freehold on 99, inconclusive. Number of units, again, also with Quayside, which is why I feel really Quayside is a very interesting case studies for us to dive into, because using all the traditional matrices, small development, right? Small development, freehold, you're already very scared. This is small development, 99 years, almost coming to 30 years, still doing very well in terms of the capital appreciation. Let's find out why. Okay? We're going to start first with Martin Modern, all right? Martin Modern, we can see, right, 24 profitable transactions, 2 unprofitable transactions. We see a range from 2 bidders to 3 bidders, right? I think this is where perhaps if I compare Martin Modern with River Place, is where you're going to take away something very interesting. I'm going to move up to unit information over here. Size. Now we are at Martin Modern. Price, 3-bedroom, sort from lowest to highest price. Where is the difference that you see? Yeah, from 2.38 million. We can go all the way up to 1,000 square feet, and it's $2.69 million. So what is the gap that Martin Modern is catering to that has allowed it to outperform some of the larger freehold developments in the market? Okay, basically it's a quantum game. They are offering a unique product that people cannot find in the River Valley area. If you have a limited budget but you need 3 bedrooms, you want to stay in River Valley, Martin Modern is your choice. Okay? Right. That said, right, if you really were to go and analyze the layouts, you will also notice that Martin Modern has much nicer layouts than a lot of the developments, a lot of the other older developments over there, which is why the Martin Modern 1399 square feet 3-bedroom layout, it's so sought after. You can see over here 1399, 1399, 1399 is actually their best performing. If you look at the layouts, right, the most profitable layout over in Martin Modern, 1399 square feet 3-bedroom. Right, I'm going to show you the layout right here. Right, you can see there is no bay window. Most of the other, unless you go all the way back to Aspen Heights era, right? Because if you go to Martin Place and if you go to Rivergate, you're going to see the dreaded bay windows, right? But over here, no bay windows. As a matter of fact, the minute you step out from your private lift, it's a nice balcony. You have balcony over here, and you have balcony at the top, right? This is how it looks at. There is a wow factor when it comes to Martin Modern. So remember, right, in the resale market, it's all about selling the emotions. And, you know, increasingly so, right, people are willing or they rather buy a better product, albeit 99 years as compared to a freehold, right, because they focus on enjoying the particular property rather than focusing on the freehold and or the 99 years lease tenure. That is also another reason why Martin Modern, because if you've seen Martin Modern, it is by far a much nicer project. Of course, Rivergate has its own charm because of its size, but in terms of facilities, the whole vibe, the minute you step into development, by far the better product in that whole River Valley area. Yeah? So some of the things that I learned from dissecting Martin Modern, right? The most profitable unit in there, right? Because I've gone down to the detail of sorting out by transactions which are the most profitable ones in terms of percentage annualized profits, right? To really sort of extract out why people make that sort of money. Why 1399 square feet can make $1 million with just a 148, which is 1,482 days holding period, 7.4% non-leverage annualized returns. Okay, it's a kind of investment that is extremely hard to beat even in the financial markets. Even if you buy crypto, also cannot hit. We all know. Okay, coming back to that. So Martin Modern, yes, right. A very common example people use today to illustrate how new launches can make money, how 99-year development can make money compared to a freehold, right? But just to open up the discussion even more, let's look at the quayside. Close to 30-year-old development, only 79 units, but still performing very, very well. What makes it special? Okay, so we see the quayside over here. Very, very interesting case study, because you see profitable transactions. The people that bought, we have a guy over here, the most recent one, bought only in 2018, okay? Sold this year, so just a 4-year holding period, make 300,000. You also notice another guy over here bought in 2016, so 2021, 5-year holding period, make $430,000. So what makes the quayside so special? How come quayside, right? We all have been taught that 99-year development after 15-year lease decay will lose money. This guy came in to buy when the development is, I think, after 20 years old, now he's at 25 years old, and he made $300,000. So what makes it special? To understand that, right, we got to go and take a look at Property Guru, okay? Number one, not many units for sale. But when you click in and you go and look at the units for sale, I would say owner-occupiers will want to move in. Because just look at this. Earlier, I gave you the example of a 3-bedroom over at Rivergate and Martin Place. 3.8, close to $4 million already, 3.5 minimum. Okay, then we have Martin Modern. While newer, much nicer a product, it is much smaller, right? 1,000 square feet at 2.6 million, 2.7 million. Over here, we have quayside, $3 million, you get 3 bedrooms, you get 1,600 square feet. Yeah, you have a pretty good view, this one, of the Singapore River. Take a look at that view. Yeah, so conclusion, which later I will conclude lah, but I say first lah, since I already talked until like that. Notice the gap that the key site is filling. So before you buy a property, right, have an idea on, I've always advocated this, have the exit strategy in mind. And all this homework you can do before buying one. Is it filling a gap? Right? Because if you are not analyzing as a whole, if I were to just show you the key site like that, you're just going to come to me with the objection that are you sure it's already 25 years into a 99-year lease. Next thing, I'm buying, right? Another interesting case study before I forget. This guy bought in 2018, correct? He made 305,000. We can actually see that transaction that he did, right? Is unit 0412. We can, over here, this unit, okay? He paid the other owner $800,000 in profit. Again, another interesting case study because we are all also taught to believe that if we give the first buyer, because we all brought up to think that this whole property thing, investment is always zero sum, right? He win, I lose, I win, he lose. So over here, he paid the guy $800,000 in profit. At that point in time, did he buy it very, very cheap? Look at his purchase price. It's not exactly cheap. It is, I would say, market price lah. Market price at that point in time. But just a 4-year holding period, and he has made another 300,000. Of course, not as much as this guy lah. But in terms of the percentage annualized gains, he never lose the guy by that much. Right? He is at 4%, the other guy is at 5.3%. Yeah, both still make money. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you pay the first owner or you pay somebody a huge chunk of profit, you can't make profit as well. You just need to know, are you buying the correct unit? Does it have special attributes that will continue to garner demand even if the property ages? Does it fit into any particular gap in terms of supply in the entire area? Okay, that is the takeaway I have for both Martin Modern and for the key site, right? Now, coming back to it, right? We want to go back to presentation slides. Yeah, so does development size matter? 99 years versus freehold, not so much. Yeah, so just now, alright, so now, right, we want to go in and take a look at some of the layouts, but actually I already shown you the I haven't shown yet. So let me show you the 1399 square feet layout for Martin. I showed already. The 139. Never mind. Let me show you. Let me show you again, and then we compare it to the Riverside and also the Rivergate and the other developments. Right? What are some of the most profitable layouts? Over here. So, Martin Modern. The most profitable, this is the 139. Oh yeah, I showed already lah. Private lift, you come in. Is it really fantastic if you just look at it like that? I wouldn't think so. It's not what we traditionally associate with a very, very nice layout. It looks nice on photos, but if actually you look at the layout for premium buyers, they tend to not like the junior master concept that much lah. But you know, it still works, right? It still works. Over at Rivergate, yeah, we can take a look at their 3 bedrooms, which is extremely profitable as well. You see over here is more of a layout that we are very familiar with. Once you come in, we have dining and living area, very longish living room lah, which is why, you know, Rivergate, despite its age, still garners excellent transaction volumes. People are still willing to pay increasingly high prices, and also another reason why it has actually managed to hit 2,800 PSF before. Enclosed kitchen, good sized bedrooms, even though there's planter and there's bay window, good size can fit in queen size bed, 2 single beds comfortably, right? Even the 3 bedrooms, yeah, even the 3 bedrooms, the layouts are fantastic, right? Similarly, I call this the longitudinal kind of layouts. I think maybe a bit gonna overheat soon. Yeah, I don't know, the color is going off. Yeah, you may need to cool it down a little bit. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, the key site, because of its age, we cannot really see the layout. But maybe if I have the floor, yeah, it's so old that, you know, even you cannot really see the floor plan. Even the listing ones, they can't find the floor plan, right? But generally, floor plans do matter over here. But you can see, even though Martin Modern, the floor plan is probably not as nice as Rivergate or Martin Place, people still are buying it. 1399 most popular layout because of the product and also because of the quantum. Okay, now let us come back to the slides. So conclusion, right? 99 over freehold. In what circumstance? If the quantums make sense, okay? If the quantums make sense, 99 over freehold is perfectly okay in the CCI, in the River Valley area, as we have seen, okay? Freehold over 99 when, of course, if the development is of a big enough size, the layouts are good enough. In that case, even if you pay at the highest quantum, if you set the benchmark price in terms of the quantum, in terms of the PSF, it will continue to go up because it will continue to garner good demand. Okay, but you can't really choose too small of a development over there, as we have seen, right? While I state here, it doesn't quite matter if the attributes do well. You have the attributes that I mentioned for the above 2 points do well, the development size don't really matter. But if they don't meet those requirements, why I say also it doesn't matter is because you buy big or buy small, if you don't meet those requirements, terrible layouts or not big or small development, you will still lose money. Of course, big development more safer lah, but if you have a small development, bad layouts, you are still going to lose money. Okay, 99 freehold, whatever. So do layouts matter? Yes, they do, but not as much as what is most important as quantums. I think the whole takeaway from this River Valley example is that quantums are very, very important, right? And also how that is going to take us into analyzing the CCR in the future, the value proposition that I see with the CCR moving forward. Okay? Next up, the next area that I'm choosing to analyze is the Newton Novena area. Okay? Coming into, let's take a look at the master plan over here. Jumping back over here to the master plan, and let's go over to Novena. Okay, so over in Novena, well, they say there's the Novena medical hub transformation. I take that with a pinch of salt. I like to see where are the empty plots available. So over here, of course, the big, most interesting one, you see this huge subject to detailed planning but colored in residential coloring. Okay, we also have another one over here. So all this is beside and near Tan Tock Seng lah, right? And we have a couple, right? Over here currently you see quite a fair bit of condos, but there is still a lot of empty land, right? You just have to click around. If there is no name like this kind of the condo, it means it's likely a empty plot of land destined for future development, right? So that is over in the Novena area. If we come down slightly, right, For those of you who know, this is United Square, the dark blue ones over here. So over here is Derbyshire Road. We have a huge plot over here. This huge plot over here destined for residential use as well. So another empty plot of land. And if we go down towards Newton, right? Not very good with. Okay, if you go down over to Newton, okay, the most interesting part about Newton, of course, if we are familiar with the area, doesn't look like they have a lot of land. The last nice plot, which is has already been taken up by Copa at Newton. But other than that, what's perhaps a little bit more interesting is this plot, right? They have not yet really decided what they want to do, which is why they are still classified under reserve site. Okay, the whole area around Newton MRT, together with the current temporary office, also is considered a LTA temporary office, is also considered a reserve site. So once all this comes into play, but over here, there are some small plots of reserve potential land still in the Cane Hill area as well. But over in Newton, not so much about new empty land, but I want, for the sake of this particular case study, there are more interesting units to be found over in Newton for us to learn, which is why I'm diving into Newton more as opposed to Novena.